On a normal weekday this year in Lewiston, Maine, many people are just going about their daily lives. A low-key city, tucked in the northeastern part of the country, is known for its outdoor activities, great architecture site, and peaceful people. Despite all of this, evil lurked in the darkest depths of society, ready to unleash a plan to torment dozens of innocent people.
Mar McHenry here. And Mar, you live just about 4 miles from here. You've been inside the bowling alley before. Talk about the lay of the bowling alley.
You walk in, you got the pins to the right, you got the little shoe thing to the left, the little deli area, get the food, and that's it. It's pretty open.
Yeah. Your thoughts when you found out? You found out later on, yesterday evening, or even early this morning.
I'm still in shock. I can't even believe that somebody would do this in Maine. Like, we leave our doors open here. Very scary.
The fact that you were struck the fact that there's so many young people in there, and this was picked as obviously a target with so many young people inside the building. It's hard to explain.
You can't explain it. No one does. Who does this?
Up near Robert Card and his family. Can you tell us anything you know about the person of interest in these shootings?
Well, I grew up about half a mile away. Bowdoin is a very interesting community. There's kind of like a center hub near the school and the town store, excuse me. And then you have like West Bowdoin, but they all interconnect around the school and town store, and I just happen to live near there. And the family complex, it's basically the compound there. The family and Robert, they're all gun fanatics. They, for all intents and purposes, are very much associated with right-wing militias. It's known in the town to stay away from them and to not approach them. If you see them, you just turn around and walk away.
He lived, we're told, in a home there with his father. We went to that home. Relatives, we spoke with a couple of relatives briefly. They told us he goes by Robbie. His father of the same name is known as Robert. And this is a big farming family, well known in this community. So obviously a shock to a lot of people. But what's noteworthy is that that neighborhood is within walking distance of where that white Subaru was located, that car that was attached to Card and that turned up abandoned. Here's what his cousin had to say about the situation. We talked to him.
Knowing True Robbie, it's just a lot going on in his head. He's got a lot of problems up in his head.
A few weeks before the mass shooting, Robert Card checked himself into a mental health facility due to deteriorating mental health conditions. Unfortunately, despite this effort, it would prove too late and fatal to those that would be involved on October 25th.
Confusion in the state of Maine. At least 20 people have been shot and killed. Dozens more are injured. The shooter is on the run, and people in 2 towns are on lockdown.
Now say there are more than 10 dead with dozens more injured. The shooting began at a local bowling alley, followed by reports of shots fired at the car
Walmart distribution center. The outlaws are talking to the county sheriff's office, posted these photos on Facebook, and said this is the suspect they're looking for. He remains at large tonight.
An eerie silence grew over Lewiston and surrounding cities as a mandate for all residents to stay indoors was put into place. The streets were empty and normal activities at an halt while the suspect was still nowhere to be found. The entire state of Maine was on watch.
And with the killer on the run, many families spent hour after hour here on lockdown. Emily Aketa has more on a community on edge.
Tonight, amid an urgent manhunt, tens of thousands of people across 2 counties are sheltering in place. Police telling people to secure their homes and vehicles.
I've never locked my door once at night. I leave them wide open. Now, I'm going to get a ring cam. Scary.
Today, the streets of Maine's second biggest city, Lewiston, eerily quiet. Gas stations, restaurants, and pharmacies shuttering their doors, and dozens of schools, even 3 hours away, canceling classes. Jasmine Gray hasn't left her dorm room at Bates College since last night.
I didn't think this was going to happen my first year of college. It's just something that just doesn't happen in Maine, because it's so safe.
A shock echoed by Trevor Brooks, who learned one of his customers is in critical condition.
It is a close-knit community, you know. I would say we're more like 3 degrees of separation rather than 6 around here.
Governor Janet Mills, who worked in Lewiston for years, called Wednesday's violence an assault on Maine's peace of mind.
Our small state of just 1.3 million people has long been known as one of the safest states in the nation.
The mass shooting's death toll approaches the number of homicides the entire state typically sees throughout the year. A total of 29 homicides last year, 20 the year before. On the Facebook page for Schmeggies, where 8 people died, this post: I'm at a loss for words. In a split second, your world gets turned upside down for no good reason. How can we make any sense of this? A heart-wrenching question many here are wrestling with tonight.
I'm going to go home tonight and be with my kids, and I'm not going to watch the news thinking, wow, that was in Florida or Texas. That was in my backyard.
Emily Ikeda, NBC News, Lewiston, Maine.
Recycling Corp. We first learned about the Miller Park boat launch after police said the shooter left his Subaru there as the manhunt began Wednesday night. When he made the connection, Chris Poole says he called the FBI. They found Robert Card's body with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in a trailer at the Maine Massacre overflow lot. And according to the FBI, they
Stormed into Schmeggies Bar and Grill.
I left 10 minutes before this happened.
He was supposed to leave with me, and he decided he wanted to stay for a couple more games.
It is a heartbreaking twist of fate for so many families. Joe Walker was the manager of the bar. His father says police told him he sacrificed his life to save others inside.
My son had grabbed some type of a butcher knife or something and went towards the killer to try to stop him from killing anyone else, and that's when he shot my son with 2 shots through his stomach.
Bill Brackett was also killed at the bar, part of a gathering of deaf people who came to play cornhole. 10-year-old Zoe Levesque is among the youngest victims.
I never thought I'd grow up and get a bullet in my leg. Why? Why do people do this?
She was grazed by a bullet while bowling with her mom.
So many families in a state of disbelief tonight. Now, we did talk to some people who say the gunman was known to come to this bar. He was well liked here, but again, just not clear why he came here last night on a mission to kill. We're live in Lewiston. John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
As this 18-year-old Uvalde resident, investigators believe he killed his grandmother late Tuesday morning before crashing a car outside the school.